Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Carl's Bearded Banter. Where we're going, there we are. You can see we're having a review day today. We'll get it in the end.
Review doo-doo right here.
Doo-doo.
Some of my reviews are doo-doo,
no
that's
doo-doo,
for sure.
No. Bit of an intro to Ollie before we get into the talk. He has his own YouTube page. What's it called, buddy?
Just Wild Hair UK on YouTube. Search Wild Hair UK. Subscribe.
And he did start off a bit like I do, interviewing and doing product reviews. But he stepped his game up, onto. He thought, I'll put my money where my mouth is. And he's gone into production of his own companies, Wild Hair UK, selling beard oils. I do have one here for you to show. Obviously, I'll be doing... at a different day, I'll be doing a review of all his oils. But today, I thought we might as well get Ollie in and have a chat about it. So, welcome, Ollie. Thanks for joining.
Welcome. Hello. No worries. We got there in the end, didn't we?
Yeah, we got there in the end. Technical troubles again. I'm known for it. Yeah. So, what made you do that transition from just talking about people's products and trying their products to making your own? Seems like a big jump to take.
Yeah, I think it's more just like any hobby. You can just keep pushing it and pushing it. It got to the point where, you're sort of having people not rely, but take what you're saying, on a product, and then you're saying it's good or bad. And actually, I think it's better to have, now that we've gone into that beard care, I think we have more of it's more of a reliable source now, I'd say, to say, you like it, you don't, what carrier oils are interesting, what are the better carrier oils. Whereas actually beforehand, I didn't really have a clue about anything that I was saying.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
To be honest.
Yeah, you've got to know your products, you've got to know what goes into it and everything.
Well, one of my videos on YouTube was Wild Hair makes beard oil, and there's 3 or 4 different episodes or videos on the YouTube about that, and then on one of my third, because it's actually quite an interesting progression from making the oil to the failures of oil and the winners as well. But I was walking around my meadow with my dog and I was filming. I was actually really quite down, and I actually felt bad the amount of times I'd given someone a bad review in that little space Instagram gives you, and actually the amount of work that goes into becoming a company is it's so much work, and then there's me sat on the loo writing, oh, this oil's not very good. It's so I
get what you're saying.
It's funny.
So go on.
I was just going to say, it's funny, I was going through my notes on my phone because I needed to organise it, and there was a section from February last year, and it has wild hair oils, wild hair scent profiles. So the idea was already there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't till December when we released, December 2020. So there's a good 8 to 10 months before actually someone buying a product that the idea was already there.
Yeah. Well, I suppose everything starts with an idea, don't it? If you don't have an idea, there's nowhere. If you don't start with the seed, there's nothing to grow, as they say.
Yeah. But money's a main factor, I'd say. Money is a big thing.
On this, maybe commenting on putting people down or scoring them, because I don't get involved with that. I don't score enough.
I don't do scores. Never done scores.
Put them down, because particularly it's all it is my own opinion. I mean, unless I've got one and it's got sulfuric acid in it or something that's going to burn your skin off, and obviously I'll say, oh, I'll avoid it. But otherwise, it's more of a personal preference, and it's like on the scent blends as well. There's certain things I don't like. And I've said it loads of times. For instance, coffee. How many millions and millions of people around the world love coffee? I gave it up years ago, and I don't drink it, so I've kind of gone off the smell. So if you produced a coffee one and I was to rate it, I'd say, I wouldn't rate it well because I don't like it. Even if it does smell of coffee, it's exactly what you want. But for me, I'd say, no, I'm giving this a low score, or I don't like it.
Yeah, we've never done scores. Never. It's not fair.
You leave it. I like to introduce the people. Tell them what you offer, and then let other people make up their minds whether to try it or whether they like it or not. For me, it's more about getting the other companies, like you say, these guys who put all the effort, like yourself, all the effort into producing some sort of oil or products, whatever it may be, any other product out there, get in touch. I'll review that. No, do you know what I mean? You've done all the work. So
this is about me, mate. Yeah.
Help you get it out.
Well, I know what you mean about the coffee. There's so Corkhead on the Isle of Wight. Probably 40%. I'm probably wrong now. Of his products have chocolate, and my beard does not get on well with chocolate.
Yeah.
That residue you get on your fingers when you've touched like a warm chocolate bar, I get that on my beard, and it doesn't go away. And it gets to the point where I have to wash my beard.
Yeah.
But he sent me a load of stuff. I didn't review any of the chocolate stuff. I didn't say it was bad.
Yeah.
But if you said to me, Ollie, do you know anyone who does chocolate scents? Straight away, I'll say, yeah, Corkhead.
Yeah.
So you try and work it in the brand's favour. Yeah. I did have a video I was meant to do a couple of months ago, and they had so much bad press as such on the review side. I just messaged them and I just said it wouldn't be fair for me to put this out. I don't need brownie points for a bad review. I just didn't put it out.
I've been sent some stuff and got in touch with a guy and says, look, I'm not going to review it purely because I really don't like it. I don't like its feel or the scent. I'm not going to say whose it was, but I'd just leave it at that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I need to put it out there.
But I would say we are lucky in the UK, because definitely in this circle community on Instagram or Facebook there's a lot of good companies and there's very little bad companies. And we're very lucky, I'd say, that, like if you saw me review something, I think you would know now that's got to be a good, reliable company. And the same for me with you, and I think that's the way this community has worked on Instagram or Facebook is, it's like there's more good companies than bad. So we're quite lucky, really.
I think on that point as well, there's here in the UK as well, we do have the Cosmetic Product Safety Report,
CPSR, yes, a proud CPSR.
Yeah, I mean, the companies out there that have not got that, so there's a kind of there's a safety barrier. So we should have.
I know who you are.
I thought it's easy to tell. You can tell by the way the labels are made. There's certain information that's got to be put on the labels to.
Well, even some guys who have said they got their reports, and I would trust them that they have their reports. Their labels aren't still legal. You have to have the address of where the product is made on a label. You need the volume on a label.
Don't tell them all. Don't give them all the secrets away, mate, because you'll have all the.
Well, if anyone needs any help, message me, and I'm quite happy to say what legally should be. The guys at Audacious Beard, Beard Monsters, they all helped me with my labels. Lakeland Beard Care's another one. All these guys helped me. If there's new guys out there, message me and I'll happily say, this is what needs to be on, because that's the way this community grows and that's important. What I don't like is the guys who don't get their reports and, people know my thoughts on these beard rats, as I used to call them, and I'm not going to waste my time talking about them. But
enough said, buddy. So anyway,
let's keep it positive.
Back to Wild Hair. So you're sporting a nice T-shirt there as well. So
£9 at the moment on the website. A lovely Wild Hair. The website.
There you
right
go. There. Wildhair.co.
That's advertisement for you.
Wildhairuk.co.uk.
Wildhairuk.co.uk, but it does work with .com. We've got 3 different domains, but this, is the one I'm trying to get out there. But it's all about the summer, mate. When I've sold about 30 of these so far, it's all about the summer when people are in the beer gardens, and all you can see is my website across the back.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
That's what it's about. Yeah.
So where did you come up with the name then? The name, and let's talk about the name first, and then the actual image of the logo itself. Where did all that come from?
So Wild Hair was just, I was just working in the kitchen, and I was trying to think of something, because Wild Hair sort of happened before the reviews happened. It was about 3 or 4 months before, and I tried to make a balm, and it went completely wrong. And then I decided to do reviews. But I think it's just a play on words. Wild hair, obviously, hair being a rabbit, being wild hair. We've got our hair paste coming out in about 4 weeks' time, so we won't be just a beard brand. We'll be a hair brand.
Okay.
Hopefully, at one point, a male grooming brand. Right. So that's the plan. Wild hair. I think it's catchy. The logo might change in the future, but it's just, tame that hair is again a play on the word tame that hair, because it's wild.
I get it.
And if you don't get it, don't buy my product. Quite simple.
Yeah, I mean, for the hair products, mate, it's not much help for me on that.
Well, there's a couple of guys who shave their head, and he messaged me and he said, I'm really interested in getting the hair paste. There's only 5 ingredients in the hair paste. And I said, mate, you haven't got any hair. And he said, no, it's for my son. So, that's quite nice that there's that market there. So that's quite cool.
You did jump the gun a bit there with me, because I was going to bring that in a bit later on about other products and what you're putting out. But what about balms? Can you see any of them coming out in the future?
I've got a balm on the shelf, and the recipe's there. It's all ready to go. A couple of guys have tried the balm, and they've said it's very buttery. Okay. I was going to call it a spread, so I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah.
But I don't think some people would get that, so I'm just going to call it a balm. It holds well. It has the same nourishment as you'll get in a butter. But going back to CPSRs, to get the base done, that's around £120. And then you then got to have the 6 variants of that, which is 25 a go. Yeah. Suddenly you're talking 220 quid just for the reports.
Yeah, before you even got on.
And I haven't even brought any beeswax for it yet, so it's on the back burner. We've got the new scent Peter coming out in a couple of weeks, and we have the hair paste and also a beard illusion collab with Wild Hair. So there's plenty going on.
Yeah,
but I need about £400. The design, you wanted to talk about design. Well, the design for the hair paste, that's taken my guy, Craft Monkey. It's taken him 13 hours so far to design that. Wow. So that's over £100 just for that design. So it all adds up.
And did he do these ones for you?
That sounds Mount Dosa and Craft Monkey. I'm doing a YouTube video with him later to go on our channel, because I just want to support his brand. But yeah, he draws the hairs. I give him the inspiration. He cracks on, and then he just gives me like 6 different things, and I pick what I like.
Yeah.
He's very talented, lovely guy. Funny enough, when about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, he was a kitchen porter for me in my restaurant that I was head chef for, and we've just kept in touch. And as soon as I knew I needed designing done, help the not help the guy out, but give him the work, because he's a great guy.
Good work. It's some great. I'll bring up some of his artwork in a minute. So, some of the different hairs as we can say.
Yeah, the drove they're called. A group of hairs is a drove.
A drove.
So it's the wild hair drove. So a little bit of a lesson for the banter towers there.
There you go. Always learning.
Yeah.
So do you have a regular job as well, or is this full time for you?
I haven't worked for 4 months. I've been a chef for 17 years. Trying to get out of it now. I've got the baby. I don't feel the same way towards the catering industry as I did when I was like 25, 26, when I absolutely loved it. 70, 80 hours a week, you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I've changed. So hopefully, it's going to take a couple of years, but hopefully this could be my way out of the trade.
Let's hope it takes off. So I'm not, like I say, I'm not going to do a scent smell or anything, because I'll save that for my individual reviews as I go along. Talking about them that way. But what we can do, we can talk about the drove, as we said that we've got.
The drove.
Let's bring the first one in. Who've we got here? This is Rose. So who's
Rose?
What's the scent blend on this one?
Well, there's a theme to all the hairs, and it's not something that I like to sort of say, but they're all inspired by a group of individuals.
Okay.
Now, I'll let people guess that themselves. But you got Rose, you got Harold, you got Brady. Only a few people know who these people are. But can you guess who this lovely lady is?
No, I've never even thought about it, to tell you the truth. I didn't really make it.
Well, there's a thing going on, and I don't want to I don't really want to over publicize it, because people might think that I'm quite a sick individual. But but there's a theme going on.
Yeah,
But Rose,
well, I was thinking the kind of on the murder scene. Is that where we're going there on that one?
yes,
Yeah, right.
another exclusive for Banter Towers.
Yeah. There we go.
So
my best behaviour from now on. Now I know that. So what's the scent blend for Rose?
So Rose was Rose. So when we look at the actual hairs, it's just an idea that I give Sam. You know, I want it to look like this individual, but it has no connection with the scent profile or anything else.
Yeah, I get it.
But Rose's scent profile is basically inspired on. I drink a lot of tea, and a Lady Grey is orange bergamot, and then I've got some patchouli in there. So her scent profile is like a Lady Grey. So she's probably the subtlest scent.
Yeah.
Apart from the unscented, of course. But she's I like all my scent profiles, which I think is important as a brand. But I'd say you know who she is now, don't you?
Yeah. Right. So let's bring the next one in. We've got Harold.
Who's he then?
Is he a doctor by any chance?
How many old ladies did he kill?
Yeah.
Good. So apple, aftershave, and lime. So the lime wasn't originally there in the first trial. It's almost used as a seasoning, as funny as it sounds. It's a bit of citrus note. But yeah, it's a lot of people would say that that's their favourite scent, funny enough.
I remember when you was in the testing phase, I do believe you sent me one of the test pots of this.
Yeah, you got Harold, Rose, and Joanna, I think it was. Right. And Brady, no one got. Again, it's an interesting scent. You know, if you like your aftershaves, that's why it's aftershave. You know, it's actually a leather background scent.
Yeah.
But as soon as I smelt it as a combination, it just smelled like an aftershave. So being a bit unique, stick aftershave on the label, you know.
Yeah, I do like some of these. I mean, I like my sweet shop scents and all that sort of stuff. But I also like the grown up ones. Like, you know, sometimes you want
colognes.
Well, I mean, not in current climate and current times, but you know, if you're going out on the town, you want something which can smell like a bit like you're going out on the town. Or maybe this.
Yeah.
We won't know until I do my review, will we, Ollie?
Well, you won't know until you're allowed to go out on the town for a start.
I can still find out what the scent's like anyway. So that's one. We got two more. This is Joanna.
So Joanna was.
If you I don't know any crazy.
You'll have to do some research then on her, but she is an absolute psychopath.
I used to be a prison officer, so I can do without all these kind of.
Oh, nice. Wow. Where were you? Where was it?
I've worked in a couple of places. You know, we don't need to go there. We're not here interviewing me.
Oh, okay. No, that's on my YouTube channel. So Joanna's like our flagship, basically. She's leather, amber, and raspberry, and oh my god, don't know my own scent profiles. And orange, another orange, yeah. And people like Joanna. Some people absolutely love Joanna. I would say, for me, she smells a bit like a Jaeger bomb or a Red Bull, but not as sickly. But she's probably the flagship. She was the first hair, and I think when you know who she is, the actual detail on Sam's work is very impressive, really.
So if she was your first one and you were just starting out, so she was the one that you wanted to give you hope. Joanna.
Hope.
Did you get it?
Hope, Joanna.
Hope.
I don't get that, no.
Song or something like that, wasn't it?
I only listen to heavy metal, mate. Bob who?
And then Brady. I know, yeah, you've probably just lost. I've got a few people after you now there, mate. Never mind them.
It's fine. Loads of people unsubscribe and unfollow me all the time, so it's fine. Brady is a cool scent, and what's quite nice is a background of pomegranate in Brady. Again, a lot of people saying Brady is their favourite. Spearmint in there. But you see, the thing about spearmint is if you have too much, it smells like a toothpaste.
Yeah.
So it's very faint, the spearmint in that. Right. It's a nice, cool scent. Brady, if you know who Brady is, you know, there's flavour text on my website. and it's a little sort of a bit of a story about the character.
I've seen it.
Which links.
Yeah, I think I'll when I'm doing my reviews, I'll go onto your site and I'll read them out for people to.
Yeah, so you think cold, wintry nights on the moors, Brady.
I wonder what that connection's all about. I've actually got Brady.
I tell you what, people like to collect things, okay? This is the reason why. When you look at some of the brands that are successful globally, most of them seem to have things you can collect. And I can see that you are a bit of a geek.
I am a bit of a nerd.
You like your nerdy, geeky stuff, and you like to collect things.
Yeah.
And the one thing about these hairs is people like to collect them. So again, yes, it's a bit of a marketing thing, but I think it's cool.
Well,
anyway,
that's what it's all about. I like the idea of him, but they have got this kind of psychotic look to them as well, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're not kind of a fluffy bunny sort of look, are they?
No, but I did have one guy say that by Christmas he wants these in cuddly toys for the children.
They did make good little like mine over there, little teddy things or whatever.
I'll take them down to that Build-A-Bear shop and say, make me one of these.
Yeah.
So that's them, and then you got the unscented, which is just the base, just the pure base, and then people have been buying them as well, which is quite nice. One reason for doing an unscented was that when my daughter was born, they say you shouldn't have any strong scent profiles on you because the baby needs to smell your natural smell. Okay. So I just thought, let's just stick an unscented out there.
Well, there are some people who kind of have allergies and they're allergic to these different the different fragrance oils and things like that, and all they use is unscented ones. So
yeah, because I had a couple of girls from the wild hair buyers, and they said that they've used the unscented in their hair, and they said it's really good. It makes their hair feel nice and healthy and shiny. So there's another bit of marketing down there. Just change the label.
If I remember correctly, it's not named. It's kind of just this logo.
It's just original blend. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Listen, mate. I want to keep it short and sweet. Unless you've got anything else you want to add
I can talk forever, mate. It's fine.
I would like to thank you for joining me. It was interesting. There was a few kind of surprises for me in that conversation, so that's good. So what I would like to do, mate, is send you one of my Carl's Bearded Banter. You've been a gold star, so I'll send you one of my stickers, please. If you get me your
address.
That's
fine, mate.
So
that's fine, yeah.
On my page, I give stickers out left, right, and centre, but these ones only go out to the people that I've done reviews with. So these are kind of rare.
I'll stick it right over my logo.
Or not, as the case may be. Ollie, thank you for joining us, mate. Maybe we can, you bring something else about, you can come and tell us about it. And I wish you all the best, and I hope it just, takes snowballs.
Thanks very much.
Goes on and on and on. So,
it is slowly getting there.
Check him out. Wild Hair. Let me see if I can get this right. Wild Hair.
UK.co.uk.
And on your YouTube page, which is
Wild Hair UK.
Wild Hair UK.
Wild Hair UK. That's all they need to remember.
Yeah. See you all again, mate. Cheers. Toodles, everyone.
See ya.